everybody. Welcome back to Gone Outdoor Radio. You're listening on Kello News Talk or KWSN in South Dakota area, or the mighty 790 KFGO in Fargo Moorhead surrounding community. Scotty Brewer, Kyle Agri, Brewer Agri Outdoors. And, you know, Kyle, we got a newbie to our show. After 10 years, we still haven't had everybody on. So it's good that we can still get some new people. We have Fred Parnow. He is with Get Kids Outdoors. Fred, welcome to Gone Outdoors.
Well, thank you very much, gentlemen. I listen to your show quite regular, and it's great to be on, and I appreciate the time you've taken to feature our foundation. So thank you very much.
Well, and we appreciate you as a listener, too, because we appreciate every single one of our listeners. Fred, fill us in on what Get Kids Outdoor is and how it started.
Well, Get Kids Outdoors was started, unfortunately, as a tragedy, as it turned out. Our son was a aerial crop sprayer pilot, and he had an unfortunate accident here a couple of years ago. And he was a phenomenal outdoorsman. He loved the outdoors, snowmobiling, fishing, summer and winter, and hunting. And that was his off work time avocation. And when he passed at 39, he was never married, no kids. And we learned from a lot of his friends that are his age that, and a lot of them we didn't know, but how he interacted with their kids and the joy that they had and the fun that they had and the stories were told. And we were putting together his obituary with our family, and we thought, we got to come up with something to really honor Adam and memorialize him and build a legacy for his name, and therefore Get Kids Outdoors. We went through the motions. It's a 501c3 nonprofit foundation, and what we do is we host or develop events or co-sponsor events with other entities. And we create activities for kids, for youth. And the whole idea, one of the things we mention is, we believe in tackle boxes, not X boxes.
Yeah, man.
And it's kind of designed for kids that, with limited opportunity to participate. So, we don't care, rich, poor, the families, rich, poor, blue, green, boys, girls, disabled, able-bodied, we don't care. If the kid's got an interest in some outdoor activity that gets them away from the Xboxes, let's figure out a way to make that happen and get those kids, those groups of kids out there in the outdoors and explore experiences that hopefully they'll take an interest in. It'll inspire adventure for their entire lifetime. So that's essentially
Fred,
what we do.
One of the things that I've found with kids in the outdoors that, you mentioned if they have an interest in the outdoors, that there's a lot of kids out there that don't know if they're interested in the outdoors. And they don't know that till they go out and do it. And you are providing that opportunity because all it takes is one spark, one time, and it could change their life forever.
An interesting story we had here just lately. We have both a winter and a summer fishing event for kids. And when we do that, we give them a fishing rod. We give them a tackle box. We give them full of tackle. But we literally give it to them for a lifetime. And here a few weeks ago, the local hardware store, one of the clerks there pulled me aside and she said, "Hey, you know what? We had some boys in here a few days ago, and they were looking for some bait, and they were going to take them to some ponds, which are here in town in Crookston. And there's fish in there, and there are aerators. They feed the fish in there, and kids go down there and catch fish. They have to release them." And I said, "Well, do these kids happen to have a red and white fishing rod in their backpacks?" And the lady said, "Yes, they did." And that was just the joy, because we gave those kids those fishing rods back in June when we had our summer fishing event. And the whole idea is they have these tools, they can use them forever. And it's just an amazing, to me, is a success story of our foundation and what we're doing. and it's so much fun, and it's just gratifying to hear those types of stories, and we have a lot of them.
Absolutely, Fred. I love what this organization is doing and where, the direction and the mission you've set forth for it. And I know those things don't happen just by themselves. It takes a lot of work and it takes a lot of support. One of the reasons we wanted to have you on the show is that I know you've got an upcoming fundraiser. Tell us a little bit about how people can get involved with supporting your organization, Get Kids Outdoors.
Well, it's kind of interesting how this all evolved. Our son Adam was quite a lake trout fisherman way up by Flin Flon, Manitoba, Cranberry Portage up on Lake Athapat. And he got to know this guide really well up there called Mac Mulligan. He's a very, very accomplished guide in those areas in Manitoba, just a phenomenal outdoorsman. And those two guys really clicked. And since then, I've got to know this fellow. And we were up there last January on a lake trout fishing trip, and the fishing up there is phenomenal, actually, out of Viking Lodge at Cranberry Portage, where Mac Mulligan is at. But we're out there in the cold January, and he had me hold the camera, and he introduced this snowmobile that he uses. It's a Skidoo Expedition. It's a workhorse snowmobile, and it's got all the racks on it. It's got the doodads for. It's tricked out, the ultimate ice fishing snowmobile you could ever imagine. And he offered, every year he gets a new one. And he said, we're going to have a raffle. And he said, half the proceeds will go to your foundation, Get Kids Outdoors, and the other half to Canadian reforestation. And we know about the fires we had this last few years. And I just about lost it. I thought, this is just unbelievable that they would offer that. So as a result, they put together a raffle, and the snowmobile and all the racks, and they've got brand new rods come with it. They got a brand new ion ice auger come with it, all kinds of equipment. And so it's a fundraiser for our foundation. And it's $37 for a ticket, the purchase a ticket. And if people go on our website, getkidsoutdoorsmn.org, the information on there is a QR code, and people can buy a ticket and support our foundation, but also support Canadian Reforestation. It's just the ultimate ice fishing machine.
Yeah, for $37, you could have a chance to win this snowmobile, which is probably, once it's tricked out, is probably valued around $15,000 to $20,000. And not only that, more importantly, they're going to help get a whole pile of kids outdoors and help reforest Canada. I mean, you can't beat that. And I'm guessing the $37 is because there's some Canadian stuff in there. That's why it's probably a little weird number. But all you got to do is go to the website and you can get signed up and you can help out Fred and the Get Kids Outdoor program. Fred, we really, really appreciate you coming on Gone Outdoors. Throw the website out there one more time just so people can go sign up.
GetKidsOutdoorsMN.org. Perfect. And we're on our Facebook page as well, Get Kids Outdoors Facebook page. You can look at that. And yeah, we got a lot of activities going on for kids, and it's just a joy to hear the responses from the parents and the kids. It's just a joy.
Yes, and it's a joy watching you and your passion now, your newfound passion of helping out all these kids. Thanks for coming on the show, buddy.
We appreciate the time, and we'll chat hopefully down the road.
Stick around. We'll be back with more Gone Outdoors after this short break. Looking for somewhere to get all your fishing information in one place? onX Fish Midwest has something for you. Search for new fishing areas with filtering features such as species, abundance, trophy potential, lake survey info, regulations, and area insights are just a click away.
Getting to your target lake has never been easier with access points and public land ownership clearly marked on onX Fish. Mark and customize waypoints and weather for your exact location. Use code BA Outdoors to get 20% off onX Fish Midwest at onxmaps.com.